Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion's Challenge Runs of the Binding Planet. Let's do another randomized vanilla run, shall we? Sorry for the abrupt intro there. I just thought, you know, after doing 510 of these or so, it'd be funny if I tried to, you know, mix it up a little bit by making it as unenunciated as possible. I don't know if it necessarily worked. What can I say, though? I tried. So we're going to be playing as Cain here. Cain and Mr. Boom Boom Boom, I want you in my room, but this is probably not going to be too much of an advantage for us to start out with. We've had some good runs recently, though. I'm proud of that. But also, I know that it hinges entirely on the power of the troll engine. I was really hoping that that was going to be the boss room, but sadly not. Or, sorry, the secret room, but sadly not. What I mean to say is that our luck in the game, or our success in the game, rather, to put it more accurately, is entirely a product of our luck. So, hopefully that our success so far, or recently, is not an isolated incident, but that pretty much relies on us to get some much better items than might be the norm. Because, I don't know, my Isaac play has not been fantastic lately, but at the same time, I'm very tempted to go into that shop with one of these keys. But let's fight the boss first, see if maybe we get something beautiful as a result. It's going to be Pin, which is not a problem, really. But yeah, hopefully you guys understand what I'm saying, which is basically that I don't choose whether or not we win. The conditions are set, and oftentimes those conditions are win prohibitive, if you will. But I try to make it, you know, at least as far as I possibly can. People forget that, you know, in the interview with Edmund McMillan, he said that, you know, it's the Binding of Isaac in the Wrath of the Lamb was not necessarily meant to be beaten every single time. It was a game that was, I mean, just getting to the chest was supposed to be a super weird and rare thing. You know, the Polaroid part of it was actually supposed to be deliberately something that you couldn't get on every single run, but until he changed it because people got pissed off about it, myself included, admittedly. But yes, I think that is something people lose sight of a lot of the time. I will pick up this range upgrade. Why don't we go to the shop? Maybe something's on sale. But yeah, so the game was not meant to be destroyed every single time. I didn't even realize there was another bomb back here. You know, we could. The reason I'm not wasting any bombs, or trying not to waste any bombs, well, sure, we'll buy another key. So we just paid 5 cents basically for the privilege to walk into that room. But anyway, I was gonna say we could use Mr. Boom, and the reason I'm using Mr. Boom so often is because it seems less valuable than an actual bomb, because I could be getting rid of Mr. Boom as early as the next item room that we come across. In fact, I would love to do that. Just don't get hit here. This room seems to oftentimes... Oh, Jesus, this is tight. This room seems to oftentimes have a tinted rock spider. Don't get in my way, motherfucker. Oh, these have got to be close, finally. And, of course, we got troll bombs out the wazoo here. That was a little bit more scary than it needed to be. The thing is, I want to save Mr. Boom for the boss fight, but at the same time, if there's ever an opportunity to use a bomb, I would rather use our renewable bomb, as opposed to the ones that perhaps have a little bit more scarcity to them. And, you know, Econ 101, scarcity equals value. So, or, yeah, I guess that's the best way to put it. Price, maybe, not necessarily value. At least not practical value. Anyway, let's just back it up here. There is a golden chest. I'm very tempted to open that because at the present time, I'm not 100% sure I'm going to be able to get enough money to go to the shop effectively. Or I can't guarantee that there will be a 7-cent item in there. Oftentimes there is. And well, for a Spirit Heart we might as well. And you know what? Why don't we check and see if there's a secret room here as well? There is not, sadly, but the golden chest contains a ton of money, which ironically now means that we can go to the shop, which is actually kind of worrying because I also have only 1 key remaining. So I have to decide how I want to do this. I kind of want to go to the item room because I worry that the shop's going to have greed in it. And then we'll get literally nothing from this floor. At least if we go to the item room, we're going to get something. It's almost unfathomable that we would get a spacebar item that's worse than our existing one. Because Mr. Boom is definitely bottom tier. It's not the worst spacebar item in the game. You know, it saves us a bomb every few rooms. In that sense, it's probably almost as good as like an active version of the bomb bag. But, you know, Gordon Bomb Bag, coach of the Mighty Ducks. Oh my god, we actually did manage to get a worse item. That is somewhat surprising. Now, we do have bombs. I'm really hoping we get a key and we don't have to do some kind of creative stuff, because God knows how I hate creativity. But seriously, the fact that we got telepathy for dummies in there is so shitty. I was just checking to see if maybe we'd find the secret room. The secret room should be here. We can at the very least amass some money. I don't believe that that's right. I hope that made some sense. I guess we're just gonna go fight the boss here. I'm disappointed with how this floor has gone. We are gonna be fighting Famine here. And this is going to give us a single cube of meat. And I'm skeptical whenever we fight Famine, because it means that, you know, there's always a chance that I just get saddled with this 1 cube of meat, which is not really a great upgrade. It's like fighting a boss and then getting a single pretty fly out of it, which is an upgrade that you can just get from pills. And, you know, you get it from pills and you're not that happy about it. You're like, oh, that could have been a health upgrade in there, or balls of steel or something. I'm not using Mr. Boom here because it's unneeded, shall we say. But yeah, hopefully you understand what I'm saying there. But there is the possible benefit of getting a number of cubes of meat, which would vastly increase our chances of success. No deal with the devil. Bad floor. Almost entirely because of the fact that I was a little bit bereft of keys there. Shout out to my boy Key Bereftness on Twitter. No. Well, yes. But anyway, let's kill these flies. And, you know, still stuck here with Mr. Boom after all these years. I can't believe I got hit twice on that room. Thanks for the key just in time. Actually, it was just in time. I was being kind of an asshole before, but now that I think about it, we do have the item room right here. Now, what are the positives of this run so far? Pretty low. First 2 boss rooms have given me a range upgrade and a cube of meat, which is not great, especially when I'm playing as Judas, and health is very much at a premium. I'm still, with no HP upgrades, I'm in a very vulnerable spot as we move further and further along. Thanks for the golden chest. And the game kit! It's better. It's not substantially better, but it is better. So hopefully this will increase our chances moving forward. This is what I mean when I say that, you know, a lot of the times when you play this game, I don't make the decision about whether or not we're going to win. The troll engine makes that decision. Thank you for that other key, which we will use to open probably the other item room, although I am tempted to open the golden chest and tempted to go to the shop as well. The problem is I don't want to waste our last key going to the shop just in case it has greed in it. You know what? Let's let the troll engine and the random number generator decide. We'll go to whatever room that is special that I come across next. So if I come... Oh my god. If I come across the next item room before I come across the next shop, we'll go to that. If I come across the next shop before I come across the item room, then we'll go to that. Hopefully that made at least the slightest bit of sense there. Alright, somehow I managed to handle this room without Cube of Meat becoming... or asking for a raise because it was the ultimate workhorse. You pop up and then you die, hopefully. Drop a key, please. That would make my life much easier. Bombs, good too. I mean... we have managed to amass a number of these as a result of kind of prodigious use of Mr. Boom earlier. Just an item that, you know, I thought, oh my god, I thought I popped Game Kid there. But I guess now that I think about it, Game Kid actually was not charged. So that was one of the silliest mistakes I made in a long time. Let's see what happens here. We get more bombs. Always valuable, I suppose, but still. So we will be going to the shop first. Truth be told, I am a little bit more comfortable with this decision than... oh, no, that's real bad, actually. I'm a little bit more comfortable with this decision than I originally led on, especially considering now I'm so low on health that I kind of feel like any opportunity to buy a Spirit Heart, especially when we have 24 cents, or a regular Red Heart would be awesome. But we also need some kind of damage upgrade at this point. We need a candle, we need a... oh, Jesus Christ. Book of Revelations would be a buy if it was in here. Almost anything that could save my life immediately is something that I'm going to try to take with me through the rest of the game. And you know what? We might actually die against greed here. It would not be the first time by any stretch of the imagination. What can I say? I don't have a Cobalt streak-esque streak. Hopefully, one day I'll get to that level of power in the Binding of Isaac. But for now, I'm taking my Kanye West advice. I'm really dropping bombs here. But this greed is like the ultimate bomb dodger, man. Ultimate bum dodger. Just get in. Okay, we did a little bit of damage. I have the range upgrade, man. I can stand far away. If we survive, I hope you drop a key so I can etch my name into your car. What the? I got hit by like the peripheral vision there. Okay, you know what? We're gonna go back to the main menu here. We're gonna start and random again, and we're gonna play as Kane again. So I don't know why I wasted the time to go back to the main menu. You know, I didn't play fantastically there, I will admit, but at the same time, we did have kind of a rough draw with respect to the items that we got, and you know, it's not looking like it's getting any better. Dead Sea Scrolls is not a great series of items, and I can accurately call it a series of items because that's technically what it is, contained within the religious texts of the Dead Sea Scrolls. I did get a bomb and a key out of that golden chest that I used a key to open, so that was definitely something that has paid for itself. Might end up benefiting me in the long run, an extra key there. So the game's realizing, you know what, maybe we were kind of a dick. You know, Binding of Isaac sometimes I feel is like a, it's like playing a fighting game with someone who is slightly worse than you, but consistently worse than you. You want to beat them, of course, because, you know, pride and sportsmanship and all that. But you don't want to beat them so badly that they don't come back. And Isaac's got that mastered for me. I lose a lot of my games, but I never lose to the point where I'm like, I never want to play this game again. I always lose to the point where I'm like, oh, if just one thing had gone differently, this would have been amazing. Well, on the last round, it probably would have been more like 2 or 3 things. Super Wrath might actually be able to kill me here. Holy shit, that was super close. Super Wrath is undoubtedly, almost certainly going to be harder than whatever boss we could possibly end up fighting. And that scares the shit out of me, because these troll bombs also do double damage, basically. It's like I'm fighting on the fucking womb, and I'm on this basement part 1. Just die! Oh my god. Just, oh, hide in the corner! We made it, okay. And for that, we got 5 bombs, I think, or 4 bombs, but still, was it worth it? Fuck, that was scary as hell. Alright, Steven and a Tinted Rock. This is the kind of stuff that I need. We got a Book of Revelations randomly from the Dead Sea Scrolls. So, you know what? If it keeps paying out like that, I will be a very happy camper. Spoilers, though, it's not going to. That was the worst bomb ever. I was trying to hit them with it. I should try to hit them and the Tinted Rock at the same time. I think it's unlikely to work, though. Wait till he moves. Drop it. Didn't work, but we did get the Tinted Rock, and that pays us back for the 2 bombs that I've wasted. In addition to giving us that Spirit Heart, of course. Now, there's a very easy tactic to take out the little dude. What do I want here, by the way? I guess either of them. I used to really like Steven versus Little Steven, but I've kind of come to the conclusion that, you know, from a damage standpoint, they're probably functionally very, very similar. The only thing is, you know, the familiar doesn't necessarily synergize with other items you get, whereas damage upgrades always do. Or often do, at least. So we're going to kill the little guy last. He is the harder one to kill because of the way he bounces around, but if you get him trapped into the wall like that, no problem. We get Little Steven. I'm happier with this floor than I was with the floors that came before it on the last run. And hey, we've started right at our item room here, which contains Halo of Flies. Beautiful! So now, if we got a cube of meat, I would be a little bit less disappointed, because there is the possibility, or not the possibility, but the inevitability that we would have a huge area of added defense around us. And there's another Tinted Rock here, which there was a better way to handle that, but I'll take the key regardless. I could have gotten 2 extra cents out of that if I just played it a little smarter, but hey, we got a nickel, so I can't really complain. And you know what? I do have, not necessarily the money, but definitely the keys necessary to go to the shop and open a golden chest on this floor if necessary. An extra Spirit Heart. The random number generator now is almost, if it was a person, and I am going to personify it a little bit here, but I would almost feel like it's being patronizing right now. It's like, oh, you want it to be easy, motherfucker? Here you go. Here's 10 Spirit Hearts. Right off the bat, but whatever. And a chest containing a pill, which is probably balls of steel. What did I tell you? Luck up. Anyway, we're already Canes, so we don't necessarily need these luck upgrades, but maybe they'll help us out. Although, as I've mentioned many times, Green99 told me that it's actually beneficial to get luck down because it increases the drop rate of chests, which are usually more valuable than simply consumables, as they contain consumables, I suppose. And many of them most of the time. This is going to be a tricky room, no question about that. Little Steven, thank you for showing me the light and allowing me to get to the second secret room and get some more money. We'll definitely go to the shop here. Our second secret room, we have luck up, so I just want to play it once and see maybe it paid out with a trinket or something. That was beautiful right there. We'll check out our mob trap room, which has a golden chest, which is going to give us Blue Baby Soul. Kind of a weird get because it's not really permanent for a golden chest. I mean, it's like the middle between like a permanent attribute upgrade, which you oftentimes do get on these mob trap rooms, and just a consumable drop because it's not going to be beneficial for us unless we get Mom's Purse after the depths. Yes, we will go to the shop. We have 3 keys, so we might as well, even if we end up just buying more keys. And there's Mom's Purse right there. So now we want to like find the secret room in the hopes of getting enough money. And if I have to use every bomb to get Mom's Purse, it's almost certainly going to be worth it. You might be thinking, well, you know, like, Blue Baby Soul is not that valuable. It's just like an extra familiar. Sure, but if we were to get cancer or something like that, it would be a huge benefit to have that and the Polaroid simultaneously. So our secret room does contain more than enough money. What an interesting run so far in terms of what we have. It's not usual, but we could still get a deal with the devil as well here. If we get an HP upgrade Mom's Knife, we are off to a rip-roaring start here. So I'll definitely buy this. And you know what? Everything else, that's fine. We'll just keep it for now. We still have 8 cents and 2 keys. We're definitely in a much better position than we were last time. That's not to say it won't all come crumbling down quickly. But regardless, I feel much better about the way things are going now than I did before. Especially, again, if we get another great trinket then we can take the Polaroid along with it. That's exceptionally valuable. We got Book of Belial from our Dead Sea Scrolls this time. It's actually been a pretty good series of Dead Sea Scroll items. I mean, we've only used 2, but we've gotten Book of Belial and Book of Revelations, 2 of my favorite books in the game. Actually, the 2 favorite books of mine in the game, for sure. Let's see what we've got here from our HP upgrade, and now our Deal with the Devil contains Bloody Lust. I'm not going to take it. I'm very tempted, but I'm not going to take it, and I'm so tempted to take it, but at the same time, fuck it, let's do it. Alright. He who dares wins, right? Sometimes. Now we just need some, like, base damage increases, and this will help us scale pretty well. What I'm doing there by betting on this is essentially saying I think there will be more HP upgrades before the end of the game. Because if I knew that there would not be any HP upgrades for the rest of the game, let's open this. Who dares wins, right? If I knew or thought that there would not be any HP upgrades for the rest of the game, I never would have taken that deal, because those 3 hearts would have been, you know, the most valuable things in the world to us, essentially. Remember, we don't have a way to replenish our spirit hearts. All we have is, you know, good luck so far, basically. And I guess luck up actually does probably increase the rate of spirit heart drops. Holy shit, this has been a bad start to this room. Bloody Lust not really allowing me to take these guys out as fast as possible. Please let me not die on, like, the 3rd floor here again. That would be pretty disappointing. You know, what I always say is, any run where we beat Mom or beat Mom's heart, either way, is a good run. You know, the corollary to that is that any run where we don't even get to Mom is pretty fucking god-awful, and I feel like I deserve all the criticism I get in those. Even if, you know, I'm to blame as much as the random number generator. So I should probably use Dead Sea Scrolls a little bit more often here. Which sounds like doesn't that sound like a sweet, like, Israeli sitcom? Dead Sea Scrolls? It would be like 8 Simple Rules for Dating My Teenage Daughter, but, you know, in a different culture, which would make it more interesting, as Nia Vardalos would probably posit. There's another key for us, which is beautiful, because we have a shop and an item room here. Item room is garbage. Might as well come back in here and just see if maybe we can get 2 extra pennies, which I might be able to use. I said 2 extra pennies, not 2 extra, you know what, you gross man. And yes, we will open up our shop here. I would love to buy the treasure map, no question about that. It would pay for itself over the course of the rest of the game, but we need to get 2 cents in order to make that happen. And we're not going to be able to open up that golden chest. That was kind of my ace in the hole there. But instead, the game decided to put its ace in my hole, and now here we are in this not great situation where I'm going to use my last bomb to look for the secret room. And I found it, and it contains enough money, barely. If we can get 1 more cent, I could buy another key, which would allow me to go to the mob trap room. Well, we might find one. Yes, now, as a result of this, I can buy the treasure map. Thank God I didn't walk into the key by accident. I did consider it. This won't actually allow us any benefit on this floor, but assuming we actually get some bombs back, I have used like 8 in the past 2 floors, but assuming we get some bombs back, this will allow me to definitely, if at the very worst, get 15 cents back that I spent for the treasure map, with the added benefit of helping me realize when dead ends are. That world card is actually pretty good too. And of course, we'll get another key here. The added benefit, yes we will, and then we'll go to the mob, but is it better to go to the mob trap room to open the golden chest, or is it better to open that one? I think it's kind of better to open that one. Anyway, my discussion on the map, the worst case scenario pays for itself, or we end up encountering a lot of slot machines. No harm, no foul. Best case scenario, we end up picking up Ankh, 1-Up, Epic Fetus, or Fetus in a Jar, and either one of those could make a huge impact, obviously some more than others, but could make a huge impact on our success moving forwards. So, Caves Part 1, Golden Chest of Doom, gives us more bombs, which is worth it. Could have been better. I would love to go buy the Spirit Heart, but I don't. Yeah, we're going to fall 1 cent short, but at least we have some bombs back. We can use those to fight Gertie if we so chose, but I actually think the Gertie fight is one of those ones that actually works really well when you have Bloody Lust. I wish it was the Gertie that didn't shoot and only summoned enemies, but you can't always get what you want, of course. Dead Sea Scrolls, it is Tammy's head, and, you know, that did a little extra damage. Dead Sea Scrolls is such a weird item, because you never, normally, you know, knowing is half the battle, as they say. With Dead Sea Scrolls, you don't know shit, so basically, you're kind of stuck in this position, where you're just using it on a room where if it is a maximally effective, then it will give you a good enough benefit. But if it's not maximally effective, then, you know, you might be just wasting your charge. Tammy's head was not a wasted charge, but it certainly was, you know, less than I would have wanted. And, of course, it takes so long to recharge. We will take our tears there, but it takes so long to recharge, despite the fact that Tammy's head is normally a 1-room item. Now, I did take Mom's knife. This is very risky. as you can probably tell, because I am rolling entirely on Spirit Hearts. But we're in the caves part 2. I'm gonna hope that we come across some way to replenish our Spirit Hearts. I'm basically betting the farm on this right now, but Rage plus Mom's Knife makes us a true glass cannon. And again, if I had known that this Mom's Knife deal would show up, I definitely would have skipped over. I mean, you can see how much damage I'm doing right now. I still think this... Taking Mom's Knife gets a bad rap, even though it costs you health. I think it makes you survivable, more survivable in almost every single case, if it doesn't kill you directly. But... yeah, if I'd known that the Mom's Knife deal with the devil was going to show up, I definitely would not have gone for Bloody Lust. That being said, you know, we've made our bed, now it's time to lie in it. And I hope we lie in it with a beautiful game over style lady, as opposed to simply die. Well, game over in the good way, I should point out. We could always... oh, this is going to be good, because we will get a Spirit Heart from this guy, and every Spirit Heart is going to be immeasurably valuable here. I should probably start using the Dead Sea Scrolls more often, because... you know, there's always the possibility that, well, the Anarchist Cookbook, that's actually literally the exact opposite of what I wanted. I got very lucky to not be hit there. The Magician, not really that good. The World card is great, but we can't really use it on this floor. But yeah, it could always give us Book of Revelations or something like that. We have no keys, sadly, to go to the the shop. And it could also be a library, which actually I would very much welcome at this point. Because Book of Revelations, Book of Belial, anything along those lines would be absolutely fantastic for me. We have bombs enough to open this up. We have another key as well. If we get money in here, we might want to go to the shop as opposed to the item room. We don't get money, but we get 2 keys now, which means we can go to the item room as well as the shop. And hopefully, again, oh my god, that 9-volt would be beautiful. I can't deny that. We'll probably get 1 more cent over the course of this run. I would be surprised if we didn't. No Spirit Hearts in there makes me a little bit concerned. But, you know, maybe we'll get a Miter or a Relic in the item room. It is a... you know, totally kosher drop for them. There's 2 more cents, so we will be able to get that 9-volt now. Did I walk on the spikes? I did walk on the spikes. That is 1 Spirit Heart that I could not afford to lose. We have a big-ish floor here. Stop shooting, please. It's so weird how the Blue Baby Soul also, like, kind of co-ops, like, peer pressures the other turret into, like, going with it. Or, sorry, peer pressures Little Steven into going with it. You don't have to do that, Little Steven! Who are you calling a chicken? You're a turkey, etc., etc. You know, other things that will get you beat up if you say them at school. Dead bird. Alright, well, I plan to take some damage in all likelihood, so getting dead bird is not the end of the world. But we're very much coming up to a difficult situation here that I don't necessarily feel like we have the skill or the aptitude or the abilities to get out of. And I didn't mean those all as synonyms. For that one, I meant abilities basically as in, you know, damage and health. We definitely don't have a lot of health, that's for damn sure. So we did buy the 9-volt. That means Dead Sea Scrolls is going to be something that we can use a lot more often. I wish I could be more excited about that, but sadly Dead Sea Scrolls is not really that good of an item. Let's see if we end up surviving. Oh, there's a Tinted Rock here. Those have all of a sudden become, you know, the most valuable possible things in the entire game, especially now that I have bombs. I would love Small Rock and one Spirit Heart, but any configuration of Spirit Hearts I'm fine with. And you know what? We are going to take this HP upgrade because we desperately need something that we can kind of renew, if you will. And I'm not going to say that I'll never, you know, give up this HP upgrade and some kind of deal with the devil a little bit later. But for now, I feel a lot better about the situation. With 2 cents, it is a no-brainer with the amount of luck that we have to play this. And now in this situation, I'm thinking this is a little weird because now I kind of don't want Cancer as a trinket, I feel. I feel like Blue Baby Soul might actually be... oh, I didn't think I'd get hit by the fire. The flames just licked at my heels and I took damage. But, well, here's the thing. Cancer is still beneficial when you're playing as, or when you're playing with Mom's Knife. Because, what a weird sentence, by the way, in the English language. But, it is beneficial because, it allows you to charge the range on Mom's Knife much more quickly. Now, I don't know if that actually gives it more damage. I've been talking about this, the thing that Bisnap LP told me where, you know, if you have a range upgrade, then it gives you extra damage on Mom's Knife. I'm not sure if that actually is just like the longer you shoot Mom's Knife, the more damage it does, or if it's actually some kind of range upgrade exclusive type thing. We'll go to our secret room for sure. Odd Mushroom! Fat Odd Mushroom gives us extra damage. A little slower, but that's beautiful nonetheless. So basically what I'm getting at there is a little bit rambling way of saying that I think I'm going to keep Cancer instead of Blue Baby Soul, and hopefully that will allow us to be more survivable as we continue on. We actually got a dime here. We've been getting very lucky when it comes to the consumable, or the currencies we've been getting. Okay, so Lemon Mishap, what a garbage Dead Sea Scrolls there. Luckily, we're going to get, you know, 2 charges on it simply by way of the 9-volt that I picked up on the last floor. Are you serious that I can't hit this guy at all? This is comical at this point. If there was an Isaac Fails of the Week, I would probably... There would be like a Northernlion's weekly corner section, I'm sure. And we'll just kill these Zombros, which should be easy. Okay, that went a lot worse than it actually should have. The extra key and the extra penny are valuable. At some point, I mean, we're on Depths Part 1. We've got to fight Super Greed or Greed. I welcome it, kind of. As long as we got enough money to make the next shop worthwhile, we can definitely get that penny if we have to. Is it worth buying the Steam sale? Probably fuck no. I'm not even going to buy the other key because we still have 1, which allows us to kind of float on that for a while. But I am going to buy that heart, which I bought, you know, 10 seconds ago by this point, which is going to allow us to hopefully survive a little bit longer. Again, if we get more HP upgrades, I'm a happy camper. If we, I don't know, there's a lot of things in the Northernlion toolbook right now. Toolbook? Does that even... Rule book? Tool belt? There's a lot of things in my rule set. That is a luck uphill. There's a lot of things that I would want to get right now. What is the likelihood of getting them? Almost universally pretty low. Please tell me we can get through here without... I always wonder if maybe there's a time when you'll be on this room and you just won't be able to get through. It's never happened to me, but I don't think it's outside of the realm of possibility, unless I'm missing like a 1-bomb location for times that I have to use 2 bombs. I mean, what if you walked in that room and you had 0 bombs? I guess you would just... I mean, it doesn't mean it starts with 1 bomb that you pick up? I don't remember. I'm sure they would have found that in testing if it worked badly. But still, you know, it's disconcerting. Let's take this pill right away. Tears up. That's good. I was really hoping it was an HP upgrade or even better, a Balls of Steel. Well, I guess I can't say 1 would be even better. Thank you for the Necronomicon. Almost certainly saved me a little bit of damage there. And we should get Dad's Sea Scrolls back here for the... final boss room. We will indeed. There's no way we couldn't, actually, with only 1/6 of the charge remaining, missing. We ended up getting a couple of bombs here, and we're gonna fight our boss. Are we strong enough to beat Mom? Yes. If we can get to Mom, we can easily beat her, I feel, unless we end up against Blue Mom, which might be a little harder. Bob's Rotten Head scares the shit out of me, but actually that did a decent amount of damage. It also threw us completely off of our stroke here, unfortunately. But, Pageant Boy, not really all that useful, I suppose. I could go back and buy Steam Sale, but that seems worthless. And I was really hoping that was Krampus. What a strange situation here. Is it not? I'm gonna get real risky. This is gonna seem incredibly stupid. But I'm gonna roll, I'm gonna get rid of Dead Sea Scrolls, and I'm gonna stick with Guppy's Paw. And we're going to try to do this the old-fashioned, I guess technically new-fashioned, permanent invincibility way. Let's be honest here. I was not going to beat the game on the strength of my 2 red heart containers. That's never going to happen. So I have to do some kind of gambit here that's going to make things better for me. This might not be it, but I saw something and I went for it. What can I say? We'll see if I manage to actually succeed in this. It's going to require getting something like the Mitre or the Relic. Those are not outside the realm of possibility, though. Those are common drops. Not as common as I would like right now, but more common than you might originally anticipate given the strength of the item, I feel. Now, I'm just going to be a little bit methodical here. Remember, soon we'll be able to speedrun. If we don't run into greed on this floor, we could, reasonably speaking, expect to get something like the compass, maybe. And if we get the compass, then we speed through the remaining floors. Permanent invincibility from the Polaroid would allow us to do a lot of damage to Isaac by way of this halo of flies that we have surrounding us. I don't know, man. I think it might be possible. Man, of course now red hearts are just dropping like crazy, which I can't really do anything about, unfortunately. Maybe we will get an HP upgrade and I'll be able to trade the shit at a blood bank. There's other fringe benefits of having entirely Spirit Hearts. Always, you can be sure that boss trap rooms will be available to you, which gives you the potential to earn HP upgrades you might not even want. You can always be sure that if you have Whore of Babylon, you'll have big angry horns on your head. This is not always a good thing. I mean, if you're going through a door that has especially low clearance, you gotta learn how to duck, and then you gotta, like, turn yourself diagonal like you're trying to move a couch up the stairs of an apartment on a sitcom or something like that. I guess this is a sitcom episode. Shackleton ER, by the way, still mired in development hell, unfortunately. Trying to get, I was gonna get John Ritter to star in it as Shackleton, but then someone told me that he died. So that didn't work out too well. We have both odd mushrooms, actually. So our rate of fire is insane right now, as is our speed. I don't know if these really benefit us all that much with Mom's knife, but I appreciate getting them nonetheless. Apologies, by the way, to the Ritter family for that joke. I doubt you're watching, and hopefully you can laugh about it now, but whatever. Same with David Carradine. Every time I crack a joke about, you know, autoerotic asphyxiation, I apologize that, you know, your patriarch was the butt of the joke, but, you know, given his preferences, maybe he kind of would have been into being the butt of the joke, if you know what I mean. That didn't really make any sense, but sex, butts, haha, instant laugh. Cue the curtains. We have found a library. Okay, so this is... Now it's going to be really interesting if I gave up that health for Guppy's Paw, and then we get a Book of Revelations, which we don't, which is actually good. Book of Belial is tempting beyond belief, more than you would know, but I'm betting the farm on the fact that we'll get an HP upgrade, and thus Guppy's Paw will be useful beyond that one burst of 3 Spirit Hearts it gave us. If you want to think of it like mathematically, I basically gave up 1 red heart. I gave up 2 red heart containers for 3 Spirit Hearts. That is a tough deal. You drive a hard bargain, Mr. Troll Engine. Is this going to work out for us? Oh, I have no fucking idea at this point. So we do have a golden chest. This could be very beneficial. It sort of isn't, but we'll see what we have in our shop, which is probably a monster at this point. It's not, but it is this, which is actually really amazing for us. We'll definitely buy the Spirit Heart as well. But these pills, balls of steel, man. If one of these is balls of steel, or, oh, there it is. There's balls of steel. And if one of them is a health upgrade, that's insanely good as well. Remember, we're Kane, so pills should all be good. Range upgrade, that's a damage upgrade from Mom's Knife, as I understand it. And bombs are key, which actually is probably good, I guess. We saw this world card, which I will use on the at some point. Now, do I want to take Book of Belial at this point? I don't think so. I think I want to continue rolling with what I've got. Let's not tempt fate, you know. Let's just play things as they stand right now. No need to get too cutesy with our victory conditions here. It's going well. That range upgrade, for once, I don't feel bad about getting one. The fact that I took an HP upgrade there sucks, but hey, there's stem cells, and there's some extra Spirit Hearts by way of Guppy's Paw. We are going to roll with Polaroid Cancer down to the next floor. Better than I thought it would be at this point. No bombs, so we can't go down there, so I guess we'll just try to... I'm going to go to the quickest dead end that I can find. Thank you, Halo of Flies. I'm going to go to the quickest... that was the worst. The quickest dead end I can find, which will hopefully contain the boss. It does not, but it does contain an opportunity to spend 2 keys to get a golden chest. Those are market values that we can actually deal with right now. Was it worth it for a speed upgrade? Maybe, maybe not, but here we are nonetheless. Let's go up and to the right, which is where I feel we're most likely to find our boss room. Having these speed upgrades actually allows me to do like some serious, almost like covert level ninja strikes here, because of the speed at which I kind of drop down. I wish I got one, or can approach them, I should say. I wish I had 1 bomb so I could get 2 bombs there, but I don't. Chubb has a tendency to be annoying, but as long as we position ourselves fairly well, we have the speed necessary to get out of his way without any questions asked. I have more faith than I originally anticipated. That range upgrade might be a damage upgrade, right? I seriously think we actually have a much better chance here than I would have originally anticipated, given the way we started this floor. Yeah, why not? Let's, again, who dares wins, right? We got a key out of it. We're going to be fighting 3 bosses. Almost all of these bosses will die in a hit or 2, I think. The thing is, I really need to actually amass more bombs at this point, because... Oh, there's 2 monsters. I didn't even notice this one up here. If I don't amass more bombs, I might have a tricky-ish time fighting against... Oh, thank you. Fighting against Mom's Heart a little bit later. But as of right now, I feel like we're strong enough to get through this floor, maybe the next one. And this could be the ultimate example if it ends up working out. Let's not count our chickens yet, but if it ends up working out of, you know, who dares wins and actually turning a frown of a run upside down of a run. Because we started and oftentimes found ourselves in some very interesting predicaments, which we have now reversed and kind of come away from positively. So I'm just going to pop the devil card on this room. I know it's a dead end, so we don't really have to waste any time here, I would say. The extra bomb is valuable. And we want to take the world card with us, because on the Cathedral, this could basically be the difference between beating the Cathedral and dying on the Cathedral. So, you know, when it comes to those 2 options, one of them is objectively preferable to the other one, in my opinion. Maybe you feel differently. Wouldn't surprise me. That was terrible damage. I really can't justify that in any way. But we'll pick up our bomb and continue moving onwards. You think it's down? I hope it's down. And again, I'm holding on to this Guppy's Paw still. because I'm like, HP upgrades, man. We could get them. This is bad damage for me to take here. I'm not happy about it, don't get me wrong. But we still performed admirably on this floor, considering we don't have Relic, Miter, or anything along those lines. That is another library for us, which is interesting and scary, because it might contain Book of Revelations. Actually, Book of Revelations would be fine. Necronomicon, Telepathy for Dummies. Ooh, we still... Here's the thing. I shouldn't have expressed that we're, like, close to victory, because we're not. We're just doing a lot better than I'd originally thought we had a chance to do, which is good. I didn't expect us to live this long, and here we are. So, you know, forgive me for being a little bit... having a little bit of hubris in me right now. Fighting death is not my ideal enemy here, by the way, as you might expect. He should get off the horse soon, yeah. Now, I want to kill this guy first because he's going to create Zambros. Zambros are annoying, which is my main reasoning. And, you know, we did get an Eternal Heart, so if I pick that up at the end here, we will be able to... Just don't play it cool here. We will be able to use Guppy's Paw and get another 3 Spirit Hearts, basically compensating us for all the terrible ones that I lost on this floor. That cube of meat is absolutely garbage for us. This is the last technical item that we get in the game. But hey, here we are. You know, we might not get another spacebar item, so we can use Guppy's Paw on the chest if we're lucky enough to get there, which is something that is very much up in the air at this point. Wound Part 2, do we know what this does? Bombs are key. Might be beneficial to take the bombs are key pill at this point, give us a little bit more bombs than keys. We're very unlikely to end up using 11 keys over the course of the, well, 12 keys. You know, why don't we do this and that, and then that balances out a little bit. Still have the world card. I'm tempted to use it here, but I don't think that would be in our best interest. I think instead what we want to do is probably just stick with it for now. I don't know what that is, so I don't want to open it yet. Please be the boss room. That is not the boss room. We killed them all at once there. Trading a bomb for a key doesn't necessarily seem like the best idea. I'm finally going to take a sip of this coffee. You know, pour a cup at the start of the episode, and then just get so engrossed that... run away! Get so engrossed that you never actually end up taking a sip of it. Now I got like lukewarm coffee on my hands. I actually literally dribbled some out of my mouth, and it has ended up on my hands. I was not just... If you guys could see the visual aspect of these jokes, I promise you, you could get entertained by 1,500 episodes of Isaac. The subtlety is just overwhelming. Let's come down here. Envy doesn't interest me. In fact, it kind of scares the shit out of me for that exact reason that you just saw. Me taking some really silly damage from a situation where I should not have. We might be able to get an attack fly here if we get really lucky and there's another blue envy head. I already killed one of the blue envy heads because I'm a ding-dong, and also I just wanted to kind of finish this room as fast as possible. Taking 1 Spirit Heart of damage here is not the end of the world. It could have gone better, of course, but could have gone worse as well. I'm really, like, I'm just trying to be content with the run that we've had so far. It has been scary. That's Balls of Steel? Bombs are key again? Fuck, man. It has been scary, but it's also been a lot of fun. I've had a lot more fun than I originally anticipated I would have on this run when, you know, that first one went so terribly. What is our... tower? Really? Well, here's the thing. Let's use the tower card and not get hit by it. Alright, that could have gone better, but at least I didn't take any damage. I was just checking to see if maybe there was a covert tinted rock there, which would give us a Sacred Heart. Robotic hearts, I guess, as I used to call them. We might as well go into our secret room, just in case it has like an epic fetus or something like that, and it has a unicorn horn. Again, it's tempting to get rid of Guppy's Paw at this point, but I mean, I think in like 75% of cases, the unicorn horn is going to be more beneficial, but I think even if it is, the only way we can win is if we manage to continually get health via Guppy's Paw. So, it's an interesting situation. Basically what I'm trying to say is that if we took the unicorn horn, I think there's like a 99% chance that we lose. It's probably the right decision. But in this one, there's still probably a very high chance that we lose. But it's also the only way we can win. Balls of Steel. Beautiful. Very good luck. We are going to be fighting Mom's Heart here. We have made it here with a decent amount of health. And remember, on the Cathedral, we are free to basically pop this world card that I've been holding forever. So if I manage to survive this without... Oh my god, that knife did crazy damage! Did I take... I didn't take damage. Oh my god, thank you, Little Steven! You're the greatest hero in the world has ever seen! He's like knocking my bombs directly into Mom's Heart here. That was so easy! Okay, where's the world card? I dropped it back here? Okay, we're gonna go back and pick that up. I almost lost it there in the myriad of positivity that was going on there. Now we go up to the Cathedral, which has weirdly turn my game completely white for once. And there's our boss room. That was probably the way I was going to go regardless. But better safe than sorry, you know. It's also, you know, it's useful to use those on the chest. But at the same time, this is not bad because now in the chest, you know, we have another series of items that could possibly be great for us. Health upgrade. Telepills, which is taking us 2 rooms back. Which wouldn't be so bad except for the fact that I'm fighting these dickholes who are like my least favorite or among my least favorite enemies in the game. Now, if I just manage to knock one of these douchebags out of the equation, then it becomes easy, as you can see. Now, one more hit like so. Alright, we got another key out of that. Probably isn't going to be beneficial, but hey, it's all good. I was hoping that was a health upgrade pill, so obviously we can make better use of Guppy's Paw. We have a great series of items for dealing with Isaac. That's the thing. If we get to Isaac with this much health, or, you know, this much health now, it's not necessarily automatic that we win, but it's pretty darn close, because we have Mom's Knife, which does crazy damage, and it does it in a way that Isaac hates, which is, you know, just one huge burst of damage as opposed to a constant stream that allows him to retaliate effectively. We also have permanent invincibility from the Polaroid and Halo of Flies, which means that when we get hit by that, we can just, or when we get hit by anything, we proc the permanent invincibility, then we just run straight into him and probably take off like 10% of his health by Halo of Flies alone, plus Mom's Knife will allow us to just tear him a new asshole. So now we really just want to be careful here. I would rather take some damage against the angel fetuses than feel like I'd made myself take damage against the blue things. That is like a... It's not worth it. We gotta run. And get inside? Okay, I think we're gonna be automatic against Isaac here. Even though I just said I don't think automatic is a helpful way of thinking about this. I think we're gonna be okay. Good dodging so far, kind of lucky dodging. And this is what I was kind of waiting for. It's him to hit me once, and as a result, I can basically take him down in one phase. Now, beating the game is not automatic at all. Beating Isaac probably is at this point. But beating Blue Baby, that's going to require some good chest items and maybe a healthy dose of luck as well. Recall that I was basically able to speed through this floor because I had that world card that I've been saving for the entire game. How I didn't get hit there is beyond me. Thank you, Dead Bird. I totally forgot about Dead Bird, man. That might be a little bit of an unsung hero here. Or maybe it's been totally worthless. I'm not 100% sure. How am I dodging this? How am I dodging this? Somehow, I managed to not take any damage at all there. Partly dodging with a chance of flurries, but also, you know, partly, I think, Halo of Flies absorbed a lot of that. Wow, that went fantastically, actually. Now we are on the chest. We get Rainbow Baby, sure, not bad. Holy Water, whatever. Razor Blade and oh, that's real bad. Okay, so we're gonna take Rainbow Baby, and I don't think we should take this because it's gonna turn one of these dudes into Brother Bobby, right? So maybe we'll just take Rainbow Baby. So if we win, this is like the purest shit that I've ever seen in my entire life, including all that crystal meth that I took up with Bryan Cranston in my trailer. But we have a chance. If we manage to find the boss room early, poison bomb's helpful, I guess. If we manage to find the boss room early, we could make something amazing happen here. That guy, Blue Famine, may or may not... Okay, that's bad. But this actually allows us to kill one of these guys without getting anything. Blue Famine might drop a Spirit Heart of his own, actually. I can't remember if he does, but blue things have a tendency to. Either way, we got compensated for our troubles there. This is not the boss room, and that's going to give us damage, which is unfortunate. I should probably try to kill Gluttony last. Oh, this is not good now. Because Gluttony actually drops health if you kill him last. And that might be important because he might, like, Spirit Hearts might fall under the health category. Now we can kill him. They might not as well, but still. Okay, 3.5 hearts. This is enough to kill Blue Baby. And yes, I am sticking with the Polaroid because permanent invincibility is exceptionally important. This might be enough to kill Blue Baby. I would love to get a little bit more, obviously. What are the odds? Probably not great. But we could always snag an HP upgrade or something. There's golden chests. People have been, the newest tip that is hot in the YouTube comments is whenever you find a slot machine in the chest, immediately blow it up because it will always give you an item. That is really good to know, actually, and I appreciate that. The Joker card. Well, this is interesting at the very least. We could pick up Brimstone or the Pact right now. It would cost us all of our Spirit Hearts, which is probably not really that effective. Or not that good for a long-term strat, if you will. Just hang have here. I really thought Famine would just die completely, but we'll kill him ourselves. Now we're just fighting war. As long as I can get him down into that walking state, like so, he'll get trapped in the wall a little bit, and then he should die. One more hit, and live bomb. Alright, much appreciated, game. We got exactly the same room again. Almost dodged directly into him, which wouldn't have been super solid there. Now, oh, that didn't kill the fly? How is that possible? Full-on hit from war. Didn't even kill a single, like, level 1 fly. One more hit, I think. Alright, another penny. So far, so good. We got exactly the same room for the 3rd time in a row here. Shit happens, you know. Now, we're just gonna run away. That managed to kill Famine. And those bombs are poison because of the poison bomb upgrade we got earlier. Now we're just going to try to hit this guy. I wanted to knock him into the walking state before he had a chance to maybe shoot again. Oh my god, I really should not have taken damage there. At the same time, I feel like taking 1 Spirit Heart of damage for 3 of that same room in a row is pretty damn solid. Pretty damn solid, by the way, the new Metal Gear Solid prequel coming out this year. Sources say, Game Hero says, fighting plus stealth is a good combination, or stealth plus action is a good combination. Alright, I walked right into him. That was really silly. That was not intentional. That was just a brain fart. Please be 2 of spades. Doubles are keys. Okay. Doubles are keys. Now, just be careful here. The thing is, Loki is easy, but he's in a situation here where, you know, with 3 Loki, it's actually a lot harder to kind of... Oh, bomb fly. It's a lot harder to kind of parse where these shots are going to end up, which makes things a lot scarier. We're 1 hit away from death here. I imagine we're going to die, but to be quite honest with you, it's been a positive run nonetheless. That could have killed me easily. I almost dodged into that as well because I'm bad at video games, apparently. Please be a Spirit Heart. That is Mr. Boom. He's taunting me. That smiling, bomb-like face is like, hey, I ruined your last run. Now I'm here to ruin this one as well. Fuck you, Mr. Boom. Fuck you, I won't do what you tell me. Except, unless you tell me to run away, in which case I will definitely do that because I'm scared as hell. Lust got me. Good run, though. That was an exciting run. I appreciate that we were on the edge of our seat like almost the entire time there, at least for a long, long time. In any case, I hope you guys have really been entertained by this run. I was, for sure. As always, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Continue suggesting your challenge runs. I might do a couple vanilla runs, but I will do more challenge runs for sure over the next little while as well. But again, thanks for watching. As always, I will see you next time.